Welcome back to Sit With Me with Crystal Rowe. I am working on Santa's Village by Cottage Needleworks, and this is Santa's house. So, I haven't touched this in, I think since last Tuesday. Today's Monday. So it's been a long time because I didn't stitch for several days, and then I just did a tiny bit of stitching over the weekend. Well, like in the morning. I did stitch Saturday night because I did the Zoom with Grace Note Stitchers. So I actually finished my next Lizzie Kate string on there, so that was fun. And yesterday for Halloween, I stitched on my Nightmare Before Christmas sale, but I may have gotten 100 stitches if I'm lucky. So yeah, so get back into the groove of things. Hopefully you can see everything. I'm trying to get used to this new setup I'm trying. So hopefully you can see. The lighting, I am not using my Ott light this time because when I did my Sew Sampler, I hope this is recording. When I did my last Sew Sampler unboxing, when I turned my Ott light off, the lighting was much better, the natural lighting. So I'm hoping the natural lighting is good here. Let's get started. I've already got 3 of these windows in. I need to do one more window and the window in the door. I'm gonna yawn because I'm tired. Yesterday was Halloween. And what we did was, well, Saturday, the church across the street from our house had a trunk or treat, so we walked over there and did the trunk or treat. It took maybe 10 minutes. It was a small trunk or treat, but it was good. It was a good size for Parker. So he got some candy. And then we just walked back home. And then yesterday we went over to the park, and the church that normally does the big trunk or treat on Halloween was not doing it this year. So I don't know why they weren't doing it this year. But like every year that I've ever taken Parker trick-or-treating, except for last year because of the pandemic, we didn't go. But they have had trunk or treat. So I don't know what was going on. But there was a party at the park, and then we went around the neighborhood. We did a few streets, and then he was ready to go. And we went back to the park, and they had a food truck. One of those, like, fair trucks that has funnel cakes, deep fried Oreos, cheese fries, nachos. So he's like, well, I want a funnel cake and nachos. It's okay. So I was standing in line, and of course it's an arm and a leg for all that stuff. And he says, no, I want a pumpkin spice latte. Because he's been seeing commercials for that or whatever at Starbucks. So we were like, okay. That's like 1/4 of the price. You know, and we knew that we could actually, because it's the next town over, we knew we could actually get something to eat. So we were like, okay, let's go. And honestly didn't think that he would drink the pumpkin spice latte, and that's why I got it for him. Because it was late in the evening. It was like 7:30. So I thought, oh, he'll take one drink and not drink it, because that's usually what he does when he tries a coffee flavor from Starbucks, and then me or his dad will drink it. Well, no, he drank it, so he was up really late, but it's my fault. Okay. So, lesson learned. And if my whispering was too low, I'll put captions. I'll type out what I was saying. So then we decided to get Little Caesars. We get Little Caesars a lot. A lot. Because it's close to our house, so it's in the next town, but it's on the end of town that is close to the road that goes to our town. So it's nearby. It's one of the only restaurants that's not very far. And it is cheap, but we all like it. And it lasts for 2 days. So, because the leftovers the next day. So we actually get Little Caesars at least once a week. We get Little Caesars. And Parker likes it. And he has, food aversion. So when we find something that he likes, we pretty much get it whenever he wants it. So, yeah, he likes our cheese pizza. I like the Italian cheese bread. So, yeah, we get Little Caesars a lot. And that one we didn't get Little Caesars before. We got pizza from the restaurant in our town. And I love this pizza from our town. But I don't like to get it very much because it's pretty greasy. I do use paper towels to blot up the grease, but it's still pretty greasy. So, since they opened that Little Caesars location, we've been going there a lot. Plus, it costs half of what it costs us to go to the other place. So, it's a win-win. And they have the portal where, there's a drive-thru. You can go through the drive-thru and get your pizza. But they also have the portal. It's like a oven, not an oven, but it's a warming oven. And you just go put your code in the door and it opens the little door just for your pizza. And you just slide it out. So when it's ready, they put it in that warming oven. And it's way faster than a drive-thru. I don't use a drive-thru because if I order it, by the time I drive down there, it's ready. And I just walk in, type in my code, and then walk back out. I don't have to interact with anybody. I don't have to pay for anything because I've already paid for it on my phone. Just go in and get it and leave. So, yeah, it's super easy. But anyway, so that's what we did, and came home and just kind of, I wanted to watch a movie, but it was a World Series game, so my husband was watching that, and Parker wanted me to hang out in his room, so I just kind of looked at my phone and hung out in his room, and yeah, so, but we had a late night last night because of that thing that I talked about earlier. We'll get back on schedule today. I'm going to get my, double check, make sure you can see. I'm going to get my booster shot today. So they told me Parker could come with me. So he's going to go with me and see what that's all about. Because I said, can I bring my son? They're like, yeah. Because every other time my mom has watched him. So I hope that I don't feel bad. When I got my first vaccine, the second one that makes a lot of people feel bad, it was mostly just soreness, and I was really, really tired for a couple of days. I got mine on Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, I was just really tired. My husband got his on the same day, and he had very similar side effects. He was very tired. Maybe some back pain, joint pain, which I wouldn't say exactly pain, more like achy. We were achy. But my mom, she got fever and she got all that with hers. So I was thankful that we didn't really feel that bad. It was just sort of let's just lay around all weekend and watch YouTube or whatever. So hopefully it'll be similar this time. It will either be that or better, and it'll just last for a day or two. And so yeah, because that way he will see the process. So of what it's like. So when he gets his, he'll understand. So and if you disagree with that, we agree to disagree. It's okay. I'm just explaining what we're doing. Okay, so he didn't wear a costume. He didn't want to dress up. So we joked when he would walk up and they would look at him like, you don't have a costume. We said, he's an undercover trick-or-treater. So But I think he decided he does want to wear a costume next year. Once he saw all the different costumes the kids had on, it kind of ignited that spark. So I think next year he may wear a costume. But it's that if he doesn't want to, I'm not going to make him. He did really well. Halloween. I think I'm out of my yellow. This is my water floss. I'm out of the, I think it's 727, this color, so I can't do the door. I've got to get some more DMC. Oh, nope, that's too small. Those are too small. And I may have some with another project, but I'll just go ahead and buy another skein because I gotta use it through this whole thing. Yeah, I'm definitely getting low on floss. You can see like just a few of the colors I have a decent amount. And yeah, it's a mess. But anyway, Halloween can be hard for him because going up to every single house and saying trick or treat and then saying thank you is just too much for him. He says it makes him uncomfortable to talk to all those people. And he can't seem to, because he gets anxious, he can't seem to find the words. So I started to print out those note cards where you kind of explain people like, thank you, my child's not being rude. Because some people will like really get upset if the kids don't say trick or treat. Yeah, every year I see memes on Facebook be like, if a kid doesn't say trick or treat, they're just getting one piece of candy. And I'm like, I understand that kids can be rude, but my child's not being rude. And we normally use the blue bucket for autism, but I thought we had the bucket from last year and we don't, and it was too late for me to go buy one. So he was like, I want my blue pumpkin bucket. And I'm like, oh gosh, I don't have it. So I got him this little nylon backpack. It was a blue nylon backpack. And I thought, well, this will work. Because that way if he gets tired of holding it, it's like one of those like really thin ones. Like you just throw some clothes in and go. He can just put it on his back. So he carried that around. It has like the drawstring top, but we didn't know it got a hole in it, and he lost a lot of candy. So it was so crowded. I mean, we didn't realize until he was at this lady's house, and she was like, oh, his candy's falling out, and it was just coming out like bloop, 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 as he was walking. So unfortunately he did lose some candy, but I tied it up. I tied the hole up into like a knot so it would be sealed, and then we finished. So, yeah. So that's it. Let me see what I'm going to move on to next. I think I'll do the frames of the windows, which is red. I could do this part and this yellow, but I think I'll just wait. And let me tell you what, there was some cute costume. Well, there weren't as many kids out as there normally are. But there was this one costume. And I guess she didn't enter into the costume contest because she would have won. There is a food truck here that comes in our area. It's called the Rolling Dough Pretzel Company, and they make these homemade pretzels, and what else do they make? Pretzels and something else. I can't remember. But yeah, they sell homemade pretzels. So some of them are like your traditional salted pretzels that you can dip in cheddar cheese or whatever. And then they also make the sweet pretzels, and they make different varieties like key lime. Is it? No. Donuts. What am I thinking? It's the Rolling Dough Pretzel Company, but they make donuts too. And I don't know what I'm thinking. They have cinnamon sugar pretzels. Oh, they're so good. These donuts are so big that the first time everybody was saying how good they were. So the first time that I went to go buy them, I bought like half a dozen. So I bought them for me, my husband, Parker, my mom, my mother-in-law. I was like, oh, well, they are so big that even somebody, like, I've had gastric bypass and my stomach's little. I can only eat a tiny bit of it. But a normal person cannot eat a whole donut. They are this big around and, like, covered in toppings. They have peanut butter chocolate. They have key lime. They have different flavors of the week. They only do, like, regular glaze, cinnamon sugar, and then one flavor of the week. So it keeps it simple. But yeah, the donuts are so big that you can't even, they don't put them together. They put them in these, like, individual containers. So, yeah. Anyway, the little girl dressed up as the Rolling Dough Pretzel Company food truck. And she literally had a truck. And, well, you know what I'm saying. It was like I guess made out of wood. And they had created something to where, I don't know if it was a walker. She was walking down the sidewalk, so it was supported on something. She had wheels. I don't know if it was a cart. It was something, because her head was sticking out the top of it. And she was walking down the sidewalk, and her mom was helping her get around. But yeah, if you looked at the bottom, it was like her feet and some wheels to stuff. So she had some kind of cart on there. And it was awesome. It was so cool. It really was. It was so creative. I loved it. And I didn't get a picture. And I thought, oh, there'll be a picture online on the town's page or whatever. But so far, I haven't seen one. So I'm going to look and see if anybody's posted a picture of that little girl. So she definitely should have won a costume contest. Just for the effort alone of shuffling around in that thing. It was probably the size of, it was at least 4 feet long and like 2.5 feet wide, at least. I mean, it was decent size. It may have been like 3 by 6, really. I mean, it was huge. So yeah. It felt like the longest November in the world. I mean, longest October in the world. So I'm glad it's November. Glad to be moving on to a new month. And so I haven't sat down and replied to the comments, but I have laughed till I have cried at y'all's guesses at my costume. My husband and I sat there and read them to him, and we laughed so hard. They were, and not laughing at you, but laughing with you. They were so funny. And I was like, these are better ideas than I could ever come up with. Like, no one has guessed it so far. But the ideas that y'all had were so good. I thought, man, I need to use these for next year. I need to dress up and be that. So yeah, it's really fun. I can't wait to tell y'all what my costume was. I told the ladies on the Zoom chat Saturday night, so they know. But yeah, I didn't dress up when we went out. I thought about it because I was like, I could like make it a lot extra and go the extra mile with it and enter the costume contest, but we went to my mother-in-law's for lunch and hung out for a while, and by the time we got home, I was just kind of like, bleh, I'm just going to take me a Sunday nap and then whatever. So I didn't. I took a nap. Priorities. So, but I was going to talk about this retreat I went to, but I don't think I'm going to have time. It's already 19 minutes. So I think I'll do that on the next episode. I'll kind of talk about the one in-person retreat that I went to. It was a quilting retreat. Because there's no way I won't be able to get all that in for this episode. Okay. But Parker's being awfully quiet. I think he's just tired. He didn't plan on getting up this early because he was up so late, but he heard one of my cats got upset and he heard it and he came running here. So he gets extremely stressed about the cats. Like, at least, I'm not exaggerating, at least 10 times a day he does a check to make sure Stormy's okay and where she's at and what she's doing. So he's yeah, he loves his cats. So I don't know, I want to do a Zoom chat this weekend. So I thought about doing a test run on Friday for like 30 minutes or an hour. I don't know. I don't even know what we're doing this weekend, but I'm assuming like every other weekend we'll be home. So I was like, well, maybe Friday evening I could do a test and just let everybody kind of like, whoever's available, just kind of like test it out and see and make sure that I know what I'm doing and everything. I'm assuming it's the same as what I do already on the Grace Note Stitchers, but I'd have to create the account and everything like you have to have, if you use regular free Zoom, it times out after 30 or 40 minutes. It'll kick you out of the room and you have to rejoin. If you don't want to do that, then you pay for a subscription. And then it's like different levels of subscriptions to how many people you can have in your room and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do. Because the first time we did it with Grace Notes, it was kicking us out of the room after 30 or 40 minutes. And it really wasn't a big deal. We just all you just log back into the room with the password. It takes like 20 seconds and you're back in. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I guess what I'll do is just post a community post on YouTube with the Zoom information and just see how it goes. And if we get any kind of like spam or something, I'll just kick them out. I don't know. I think it'll be alright. I think as long, because I was thinking if I don't put Zoom in the title or anything, I think I'll be okay. And I thought I could just type the room number in the thing, like, and just put Zoom in the picture, and that way it's not really searchable. At least I don't think it is. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I went too long with that. Okay, so I just had to do the little licky-loo on that thing. Jan left me a really good comment of how to do this a better way. And Jan, I'm going to try your way. I'm just being lazy. I'm being lazy right now. There we go. So I almost made it over there. Let's see how we're doing on time. Okay, 24. I'm going to stop right there. And it's slowly coming together. Yeah, I definitely got to get some DMC. Because I think I also need... I'm out of this light green. Now I'm out of the yellow. I got to check and see what other colors I'm out of. So the next one I'll do will be this one. It's like the candy cane. I don't know what it's called, but it's the candy cane house. Because I'll start back on the right and work my way over. This one looks like has a barn door. This also has like, this is like a reindeer stable type thing. So maybe that's not a barn door. Maybe it's just a regular house, like screen door. So yeah. But like I said, I'll probably take a break. After this one, I'll take a break and do Main Street, and then I'll come back and work on this. So, alright, I hope you guys have a great Monday. The next one I stitch, I'll talk about, ooh, I hit my phone. The next stitch with me, I will tell y'all about the retreat I went to. So, I hope you have a great day. If I haven't already said that, I probably said it 4 times. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.